Hey, welcome to the 30. Communities play a key role, pivotal role in our personal and professional growth by providing access to new opportunities, certainly getting together as a group, sharing and networking. This is episode 213 of the 30. Let's go. Well, hello there, gang. Welcome to the 30. I am your host, Patrick. I want to thank you for being here. The 30 is a weekly broadcast, of course. It's a production of the Jackman Group LLC, a training and development firm whose primary focus is developing leaders, enhancing teams, and helping organizations with their strategic plans through our training, our coaching, and our planning solutions. Folks, the purpose of the 30 is basic. We want to help you. We provide relevant information to help you grow both personally, professionally, and spiritually. That's what we do. That's our basic purpose on the 30. Episode 213 is here. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank all of our guests, all of our viewers, all of our previous guests, all of our viewers. If you are a new viewer to the 30, thank you. If you are a long-time viewer, I certainly want to thank you again for joining us on another episode. Today, we are going to be talking about defining community. What does it mean for you or to you? What are the benefits? That's what we're going to be speaking of. We know we started that on a previous episode last week, but we're going to continue. And I want to talk first about what is community? We heard the word community, but we never really get an understanding of what community is. And what does it do for us as individuals? How does community benefit us? So let's get to it, right? So if we look at the definition of community, community is defined as a group of people living in the same place, having a particular characteristic in common. That's one definition. The second definition of community is a body of persons of common and especially professional interests scattered through a larger society. So that's more of what we're going to be focused on. It's a body of persons, people of common and especially professional interests scattered throughout a larger society. Basically, if you were with us last time in our previous episode, we talked about community provided a sense of belonging, a sense of being a part of something bigger. So we want to expand about what community is and how can it benefit you as a person, an individual? So communities play a vital role in our personal and professional growth. And it does that by providing access to new opportunities, new information, peer support, even through networking. And one thing that these areas do is that these connections within the community, within the global community, what it does is that it often leads to significant achievement, significant growth, and it removes you, the person, from a point of isolation and brings you into a point of togetherness, a area of belonging. So by engaging or being actively involved in a community, we like to say you can truly unlock your potential. You can gain valuable insights and build relationships that can propel you towards your goals. That was good. I like that one. I'm going to say that again. Connections can often lead you to significant achievements that can bring you out from isolation, because sometimes we tend to be isolated. We want to do things by ourselves, right? We want to say, okay, maybe I'm a introvert and I prefer to be by myself. But what joining a community or being a part of a community does is that it helps you, because now you're part of a group of like-minded people. And if you're actively engaged in a community, you can basically unlock your potential, gain valuable insights, and build relationships that you didn't have previously that can propel you toward your goal or goals. So there are many types of communities. And in my research, I've been researching this for the last 3 to 4 weeks about communities, because I'm fascinated by communities. As I told you, I am part of a number of communities, and I told you the reason why I joined or I became members or member of the communities that I'm part of. And it's basically, it helps me to connect with other like-minded people where I can glean from them, but I can also share and give to them. So what does community mean for you, and what can it do for you? Number one, and this is going to be a series. So this is the second part, or this is part two of our series. Last week we dealt with part one. This is part two of a series. And the one thing that a community, or being a part or a member of a community, can do for you is that it opened doors to new opportunities. It opened doors to new ideas and new collaborations. So being a part of a community now, what it does is it exposes you to a diverse range of perspectives. So it's no longer your perspective. By being a member or part of a community, now you're hearing and seeing different perspectives, because you're part of many individuals, not just you. So you have a diverse range of perspectives and ideas that you may not encounter otherwise, that you may not have thought of. And it's if you are in a state of isolation. So by being part of the community, it helps you. It basically expands your horizon. So interacting with different people from different backgrounds that you might not have normally thought of, even in different geographies. They may not be in the same city or the same town, or not even the same country that you're in, or not even the same industry that you're in. So being a part of the community now, you are interacting with a diverse group of people from different backgrounds, different industries, right? different segment markets, and we'll talk about that in a minute here. And they are bringing their area of expertise, and you are bringing your area of expertise, which folks can spark creativity and it can spark innovation. It can be the foundation of something great. But if you're not part of the community, you'll never get that, right? If you decided to stay in your own sphere, in your own isolated area, right? And just you, and you're saying, well, why do I need a community? I know it all. I think I have it all. Well, as I told you, the number one part of being in a community is expanding your horizons. It's looking at something differently. It's having a different perspective from different people. I love my communities because I'm always learning something. I'm expanding through my learning and through interacting with others within a community. I'm saying, wow, I'm so thankful for being a part of the communities that I'm involved with. By expanding my horizons, and your horizons can also lead to new opportunities. Being involved with the communities that I've been involved with has led to an understanding, but also led to opportunities that I may not have been exposed to previously. So now, from a business standpoint, right, even from a professional, personal, and spiritual standpoint, I am gaining new opportunities. I'm learning more. So the number one thing that in terms of what it means to you being part of a community is that expanding your horizons, expanding your knowledge, expanding you. The second, I would say, key, the second part, the second component of being, or what it means to you to being a part of a community, is collaboration and innovation. See, communities serves as an opportunity for collaboration. Whether it's brainstorming ideas or with peers or with people that are working with others that have a different knowledge gap, working on different projects. What it does is it helps, right? Because you're bringing your strength, you're bringing your experience, and now you're collaborating with others and they're bringing their experience, they're bringing their knowledge, they're bringing what they've learned, they're bringing different things to the equation. And if you're working on a project, or if you're working on an initiative, that expands it even more. So communities helps in serving as an opportunity for collaboration. In terms of my communities that I'm part of, it helps us because I have a certain, I bring certain strengths and opportunities, right? I bring certain skill set, and others in my community brings various skill sets. So we can come together, collaborate, and now we can expand. We can do things together. We can work on different projects. We can work on different initiatives. We can work on opportunities to help us all to be successful. So you're not doing it alone. You're not working. You're not serving or working in a vacuum. But what you're doing is collaborating with others. I remember last year, 2023, and each year what I do is I ask the Lord for a word, right? Give me one word for that year. I asked for many more things, obviously, but I asked for one word, and the one word for 2023 was collaboration. And when I saw this in my research, I was like, wow, this is awesome. Being a part of a community helps us to collaborate, which brings about innovation, which brings about expansion, which brings about success. And all you have to do is to do your part, right? You do your part. And then others will do their part. And this thing can blow up. Whatever you're working on can expand. can become greater. So we all share in it together. Because it's not about you, it's about helping others and others helping you. Another benefit or potential benefit where part of a community can help you. Talking about how can a community, what does it mean to be part of a community? What does it mean for you to be part of a community? How can it benefit you? What's in it for you? Remember that great radio station, WIIFM, because we know, right? Studies have shown that 66% of the time we're inwardly focused. So we're focused on us. We're thinking about us. So what's in it for you? WIIFM. What's in it for me to be part of a community? So these are the things that I'm sharing with you. What is in it for you? How can you benefit? Another way that you can benefit is by being a part of a community. You have access to resources. So we talk about collaboration, but access to resources. Resources and where individuals in that community can bring to the community, right? Bring to you. So you are gaining resources, whether it's financial or whether it is a person or people resource. So you're benefiting by having access to resources that others have. And they're benefiting by having a resource, by having you as a resource. So this could include whether it's financial, whether it is shared tools, whether it's shared spaces, whether it's knowledge, funding opportunities, or simply encouragement. So we're talking about access to resources that you would not have if you are doing it alone. If you are living in that point of isolation, saying, why do I need to be part of a community? I can do this on my own. And you probably can. You can be successful all by yourself. I'm not saying that you can't be successful all by yourself, but the chances of you becoming even more successful is being working at it together, collaborating, expanding your horizons, getting access to available resources, to tools. There's I told you the one community I'm a member of a number of communities, but one that I'm part of is we meet on Fridays, and it's the Virtual Summiteers, and we talk about tools, talk about online tools that will help us. Then I'm also a part of Tika Talks. That's a community. So I'm learning from all these wise people, Sabrina and her community. So I'm learning from them, and I'm gleaming information. And I come back now, and I'm thinking, and folks think that I'm smart, right? They're saying, "Wow, you know all this information," but guess what? I got it from my community. I got it from my communities. I got it from others. I learned the tools. So makes me smart, right? Because I'm learning, I have access to resources, tools, opportunities, encouragement, and I'm coming back and I'm now sharing with others. Because I'm not keeping it for myself, I'm sharing with others, and we are all growing together. I love it. That's what it's all about. I love it. This is great stuff. I'll give you a great example. I'll give an example. You know how much I love developing leaders, right? I love to develop people. That's not just my passion, it's my purpose in life, is to develop people, especially leaders. It's to take them from where they are to where they should be. So I'm going to give an example of leaders and what can being a part of a community, how can it help you? Number one, so if we look from a leader standpoint, being a part of a community can help you because now what you're doing is enhancing your leadership acumen. You're learning more about leadership when you become part of when a leader becomes part of a community. Not only are you expanding, not only are you collaborating, not only are you accessing resources, but you're being empowered. You're empowering yourself to help inspire those around you. So you're getting the knowledge, right? You're enhancing your skill set. You're getting the knowledge, and when you come back, now you can empower, you can inspire those around you. You're also now you have the ability because you've learned from others because you're in a group together. You're with like-minded people, and your confidence now has increased because you're getting information and knowledge. You're being encouraged by others within that leadership community. So you are gaining knowledge and your confidence goes up. The other part about it is that it helps to accelerate your success because you're part of a vibrant community. And that's an example, a real life example from a leadership community. Because we know that leadership is a long life pursuit. As a leader, if you want to go from where you are to where you desire to be, right? To be just not a good leader, but an exceptional leader, that's going to take you long term. It's a process. So being part of a community helps you. That's just one aspect of development. There are different aspects like training and coaching, but being a part of a community helps you because you are with other like-minded people, like-minded leaders that can help you grow, that can help you, that can share, that can encourage you, that can inspire you. So these are just some examples. As I told you, this is an ongoing series. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you some other pieces as to why a community is important, why you should be part of a community. Next time, I'm going to talk about how can being a part of a community benefit your professional, your personal, and even your spiritual growth. So that's on the next episode. But I want to talk with you about communities. I wanted to talk with you about the various types of communities. So I'm going to end with this. I'm going to briefly go over types of communities. There's social communities, and this is just some examples. There are many more types of communities, but in my research, I'm just going to give you 3 types of communities. So social communities, there's also church or faith communities, and there are professional communities. And they're different, they're more, right? But I just want to highlight those 3. So the social community is, and we've seen it, traditional, more face-to-face interactions where you get together, you talk about life, everyday life. These communities can include friendship and neighborhood groups and social groups, cultural groups. That's more of a social piece. Then you have your church and faith community, which is a group of people which come together to share a common faith and work to live out their faith. Church or faith communities could meet whether in person or interact outside of the building. So church communities, these are also for us, for my church, for the church that I am part of, right? That I'm a member of, and I'm an executive pastor of. We have what's called small groups. So all communities are small groups. And we get together in small groups and we study the Word of God. We also fellowship and we build relationships outside of the large body. So that's a church or faith community. Then the next one that I referenced earlier was the professional community, where you network with individuals who share common career interests, industries, professional goals. That's an example of that was the leadership community. So you can get together. Another example of that of a professional community could be an association, an industry solution, right? Or industry association. So professional communities often provide opportunities for mentorship, collaboration. Remember that word, collaboration, and career advancement. So a leadership community would fall under the professional community. And I'm going to talk more about that in the coming weeks in terms of a leadership community, which falls under the professional part of it, right? So as I mentioned, there are different types of communities, but what I wanted you to understand today is the definition of communities and what's in it for you. How will you benefit by being a part of the community? That's why I wanted to get across to you today. And I hope that I have done that. Shout out to Sabrina. Yes, episode 213. But I wanted to bring this to you so that you can at least have a greater understanding of what communities are and also how can it benefit you, what's in it for you as a member, or the reason why you should join the community. So I wanted to have you understand that. So this is defining community. What does it mean for or to you? All right. So friends, I hope this was helpful. I want to thank you for being here. I look forward to connecting with you down the road as we end. I hope this was beneficial. Remember, drop or email me whether this was beneficial. If you learned something from today's episode, make sure you like the broadcast. If you're on LinkedIn, repost it so that someone else can benefit from it. If you're watching this on YouTube, like it, but also join our channel, right? Subscribe to our channel. We want to make sure that we drive this forward, and we cannot do it without you. If you have any questions, send me an email, info@jackmangroup.llc.com. That's info@jackmangroup.llc.com. So folks, that is it for now. I want to thank you for being here. May God continue to bless you and keep you. We will see you on the next episode of the 30. Thank you.